Chef Tash here with Holly Hungry, and you're watching Infuse You. And today at the table, I have my good guy here.
Ed from Gas Gods.
Got the gas. Lord bless this food that we're about to receive. Let it be a nourishment to our bodies. Christ Jesus, oh Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us. Ed is here at the table with me. The mystery man behind Gas Gods. I found him. And
I'm out the bag now.
Huh?
So I guess I'm out the bag now.
Yeah, we bust the bag open. We're about to infuse. This was Ed's pick, Mr. Gas God's pick. I like that name. Red fish. We have some cilantro lime rice and then some grilled shrimp as well. I hope you enjoy it. We have some.
The rice good so far. So.
Okay. We have some additional sauce. This has a little bit of ginger in it. And a little bit of some Jamaican spices and some other spices I can't discuss with y'all other than cannabis. We are using the Girl Scout strain presented by Gas Gods himself. So, Ed.
That's good.
What motivated you to get in cannabis?
Really by accident. So I'm from San Francisco. Wound up going to school to junior college in Ukiah, California, which is, if you know anything about, if viewers know anything about the marijuana industry, that's what they consider the Emerald Triangle. So while I was there, I just kind of, it's all around you. Like, you got growers, been growing for three generations, I should say. A lot of my teammates grew, their fathers, their grandfathers. It's like a family thing. So, you know, I kind of always had an entrepreneurial spirit. So what I started doing was taking stuff from the farmers back into my neighborhood.
Smart.
And this kind of just grew, you know, since then. That was about 1994 when I was up there in school. In 96, California went medical. So we kind of started doing deals with dispensaries.
Okay.
So
you were the grower and you were supplying?
No, I wasn't the grower. I've never been in a cultivation from a growing perspective. Like, literally, I'm just always been pretty much a grower.
Okay.
So buying directly from growers and taking it to the consumers. Yeah.
Taking it to the consumer. Okay. Should go. So when did Gas Guard start? What year?
Officially?
Yeah.
About October 2018. So just a little over a year.
Okay. And you have blown up. Your entrepreneurial mindset is something I definitely am intrigued by.
I appreciate it.
You said a little bit over a year? That's about a year?
Yeah, about a year. Like, yeah. I mean, it's been a brainchild of mine for a while, but just, you know, being here in Texas, really wasn't ready for it. So,
True.
So what I did was we started a delivery service in California first.
Okay.
So just so we could have a license. So I'm licensed in California, and we kind of put the brand under that license basically. And we just decided to kind of push the envelope here a little bit. So that's what we're doing.
Sometimes you have to push the muscle in order for the car to move. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So
when you were in Cali and you were doing the whole business, the whole rundown, what obstacles did you encounter while you were doing it?
Well,
if any.
Being African American in a predominantly middle-aged white industry is, you know, that's the challenge in of itself. It's a lot of mistrust. So the blessing is that I went to school there and I played ball there, so it kind of, being a football player in that environment kind of bridged the gap between me and the growers. So, you know, a lot of the guys kind of looked up to me, so to speak. So they were willing to introduce me to their fathers and, you know, people in the community group. So that kind of gave me an edge, so to speak, over other guys.
So it's about not what you knew, but who you knew.
Actually, that's all it's about.
Always
about who you know. Like even now, you see, you know, some of the companies that are coming into this space, they think they can literally just throw money at it. And
right.
It's a lot deeper than that. Like, you literally have to have relationships in this industry.
Jesus, that is so true. Did you have any, like, do you do business in Colorado as well, or is it strictly in Cali?
I've been to Colorado on a couple layovers. That's it. I've never been to Colorado.
What?
Yeah. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm from Northern California, so why go to Colorado?
I get you. I like to. So, I feel like I can call myself a connoisseur at this point because I like to try different strains, different grow types to see how the elevation affects the grow versus how you all's elevation affects the grow in Cali, and taste the difference. Have you tasted Seattle's weed yet? Say nah. I've heard some things about that. I haven't tried it myself yet.
I'll leave it at that.
You're right. I've heard some things.
I mean, but I truly believe there's good weed everywhere, right?
Right.
I'm in Jamaica a lot. They have really good weed. There's really kind of like even so there's this even in California, right? There's this myth that California, you know, if it's from California, it's good, and that's not the case. Like it's all about the grower, the genetics, you know. Can they truly grow? So,
right.
you know, nowadays, like everybody's trying to get into growing. So you got a lot of people who really don't know, you know,
what they doing.
They're putting out, you know, horrible products.
So why the name Gas Gods? I am his eye.
Gas Gods. So Gas Gods. We wanted to do something Texas-based, of course. So you know, granted I have California roots, but I consider myself. I'm here. Like I've been here since 2004.
You here?
I'm
you
here.
live
So
here. You here?
They want to do something, you know, inspired by Texas. So Texas, big oil and gas state. So
True.
gas, right? We all know gas is another name for marijuana, weed, whatever you want to call it, cannabis. So we decided to do gas, and you know, like since Texas is, you know, king or the gods of gas, we kind of just basically put the two together.
Oh, so your company's always been your baby. It's always been in the making of your mind.
Yeah.
But you didn't label the name until you got here to Texas.
Gas Gods is like the brand, right? It's
right.
a Texas-based marijuana brand. But like I said, I've been, you know, so you got to remember, I've been doing it since '94. So there was no industry, right?
Right.
Just like we were considered drug dealers back then.
Right.
You know, that was. So I want to say probably until, like even so living here, right? So I came here in '04. I probably tried to stay under the radar up until probably about 2 years ago, right? Like I didn't want anybody to know who I was. Like you know, so now that the mindset is changing, right? We just decided like, okay, let's kind of push down some of the stuff we doing in California. Let's bring it here. So that's what I decided to do.
I'm in that same boat with you, so I definitely understand. What products do you guys currently offer?
Mostly flour. We're doing a bunch of flour. We do gummies, concentrates. We do apparel, merchandise, trays, T-shirts. We got a spring line. We got women's clothes, hats.
Give them your website because that is amazing. I like the clothes.
www.gasgods.com. Instagram is @gasgodstx. What else? Facebook, GasGods, TX. I guess that's it.
That's cool. I like that. Your logo.
Appreciate it.
That's pretty neat. Pretty neat.
So we also offer a reserve line as well. So the logo is a little bit different. A little higher end flour.
So the luxury line.
The luxury line.
Okay.
All right, for the Bloomingdales or you know
the Bloomingdales. Now you telling people our age. Bloomingdales. But that's the jar there, right?
Yeah, it's the jar.
Nice. I like. And I like the Girl Scout cookies. I like it. It tastes well. I actually taste my cannabis. Like when you were asking like about my infusion, I actually taste the flower after I cook it. Like I'll eat a nug. Have you ever eaten a nug of weed before? Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. So it's funny, like you got so many products coming out now, right? Like water soluble powders and you know all sort of stuff. So it's just elevated. Like back in the day, it was literally like I remember a time when farmers would literally just go, they go to plant, harvest time, they cutting the top of the buds, like all the bigger buds,
Right.
the smaller bottom buds on the bottom. They literally used to burn that stuff up. And now we're using, oils and
If I
tinctures
see
and all kinds of
somebody burn up the bottom half of the plant,
that was routine.
whew,
So
now you making me want to burn my tree.
yeah, it was the Wild Wild West back in the day too. I remember going up to grow sites and it's nothing to see 20 acres of weed. Far as your eye can see, you just seeing it like Christmas trees. So.
And see, you were born and raised there too, right?
Well, I was born in San Francisco, but yeah, I just went to school up there. So I was at San Francisco City College first. Got in a little bit of trouble, so I got sent up to Mendocino College, and so that's kind of where the whole marijuana thing kept
Okay.
playing.
Okay. So we got to start somewhere. These lessons turn into blessings, and people don't even be knowing it. How is Gas Gods exceeding the goals of changing people's perception through education and music, art and fashion? How are you all moving forward in that?
Trying to embrace the culture, really. So through our brunches, our Taco Tuesday events, just through different events, right?
Right.
We got a panel discussion coming up, more like a town hall meeting, where we're going to have some local, let's say, proponents of marijuana kind of speak to the general public. Where we're talking about decriminalization and what's on the horizon for Texas, when possibly legalization is going to happen, that sort of thing. We're going after certain brand ambassadors, strategically going after like brand ambassadors who we feel like are great fits with our brand and the image that we're trying to push to the public.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we do a newsletter. I want to say, I think it's a bi-weekly. Try to do it bi-weekly. But so there, you gotta remember, so we're in Texas, right? So there's certain challenges, right? So
A lot of
all the stuff that we kind of want to do, we just can't do, right? So
right. Without having some backlash, of course.
right. So but the mindset changing, like I say.
It is versus from '94 until like right now,
I
especially.
couldn't even imagine what it was like here in '94. Yeah.
I was a kid. I
couldn't even imagine.
How long have you been actually a cannabis smoker?
3 years.
3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you interested in even getting in the industry? Like just from being around it, or?
Just honestly, if I'm being honest, it's just an opportunity. So it's an opportunity to get, like, I was always around weed. I just, being an athlete, I just, you kind of brainwashed to a certain extent too, right? So the belief is like, I can't perform or do the things that I need to do if I'm on marijuana,
right?
Like, or any other drug for that matter. So that was the perception in those days.
Right.
So I stayed away from it. I wouldn't even take pain pills back in the day. Yeah. So about 3 years ago, I tore my Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
They prescribed me Narcos, and after about a day, like I'm just sitting on my couch, I'm nodding off, while I'm text messaging, I'm itching.
Oh, the itching is the worst, yeah.
Right, so I'm like, wait a minute. It's like some heroin or something. Like I feel like I'm on. So I'm reading the back of the bottle. I'm just like, okay, well damn, this basically is heroin.
It's just straight. The doctor can give you heroin, but you can't get it off the street.
Right. Weed, marijuana is always around me. So first I start popping a couple gummies, and it would, my pain has subsided.
Right.
So I just would do the gummies or I would smoke every few hours. So of course at the time my girlfriend, she was like anti-marijuana or whatever. Like, you smoking? Well, when we smoking in the house. So I would literally like every 4 hours I would kind of shake the narco bottle like as if I was taking a pill.
Right.
And pop a gummy.
So you were taking the pain pills and the cannabis at the same time?
No. I took the pain pills for a day, probably.
Oh, okay.
And just the effects of it was kind of like, it didn't feel right to me.
Right.
Right. I've always been in tune with my body. So, and I'm kind of always had questions about Western medicine anyway, right? So immediately after a day, like I'm starting to, feel these symptoms like as if like I'm on heroin. So
Right.
it just made me kind of do a little research on the what was in these bottles, right? What they gave me, what these pills are, and I just instead of doing that, I just did the weed, and I had a pain. So why need these basically?
Basically,
Yeah.
you don't need them. You don't need them.
That was my personal introduction to the medical side of
That's what I was just about to say. So that's how you became interested into the industry for the obvious growth of it.
Right.
And then end up becoming a user.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good.
For the benefits, right?
It's for the benefits.
Yeah.
It's a great benefit. I definitely agree. I mean, I do it for the same reason. I tell people every time: pain, nausea, epilepsy. You have issues with seizures.
Mm-hmm.
It's a plant. God made the plant, and it's amazing when it's right here for us to use.
So a lot of times, as I've gotten older, I'm having problems sleeping. Right, I don't sleep through the night like I used to. Even I work out a lot, so like sleeping is part of your recovery, right? So if I'm not sleeping right, then my body not growing how it should. So take marijuana for that too. So
insomnia.
There you go. Colorado literally only gets any kind of clout because they were first to go recreational.
That's it.
But like,
the only reason.
Yeah, so you got to remember, like, California marijuana culture go back to the late 50s. Like, it's 2002. Like, that's 70 years. Like, you can't even compare the two, right? So I literally know growers who moved to Colorado just because of the opportunity. Yeah, so.
Expound on the benefit.
Yeah, all it is basically a spinoff of the culture that Northern Cali started. So, like, I remember a time when you couldn't even get gas for real in LA. Like, it had to come from Northern California. So you gotta remember, the Emerald Triangle has historically produced 80% of the marijuana that this country get outside of that bullshit Mexican brick weed.
Right.
Right.
God, that's horrible too.
Right. So, Colorado's cool. It's first to go recreational. So, apply it to Colorado. It kind of opens Pandora's box.
We always know. We already know how that happened. But go back to that triangle part. Explain the triangle to the viewers.
The Emerald Triangle?
The Emerald Triangle. Yeah, explain it to our viewers for me.
Well, how do I explain the Emerald Triangle? So, like, the best way I could put it, like, kind of to make it brief. There's a ton of documentaries and stuff they could watch.
True.
But so back when that whole kind of peace, love, that movement started,
around the 70s,
the 60s, right?
60s, 70s.
So folks kind of wanted to get away from civilization, right, so to speak. So they moved up to Northern California into the redwoods, and that was the perfect environment to kind of hide growth. Like, everybody think that people went up there because it was the best environment to grow.
Right.
It was really the best environment to hide your growth.
Weed.
Yeah, so we kind of pay for that lifestyle, right? That kind of peace, love.
Right.
They walk off the earth, like they gardening, not shaving their armpits, not wearing deodorant, that whole.
Natural.
That whole movement.
Let them make it. I'm not gonna get it there.
So the weed, was the force that financially that allowed them to build communities up there.
True.
So that's what we talking about, true northern. So people talk about, like, if you look at California on the map, right?
Right.
And you see San Francisco, right? Like, a person that don't know better, they're like, oh, that's Central California, right? So Northern California truly is above that, and it's rural. Like people always think California, you think, LA, the blonde hair, women, and the palm trees, and the beach, and the, water.
What we see on TV.
Yeah, right. What they kind of see on TV, or San Francisco, kind of like the little New York.
Right.
When you start getting up to Northern California, it's straight rural. Big old redwood trees. Pretty much two highways that go up there, I-5, more on the east, right? And then 101, you probably hear in the songs, like certain rap songs, like, went up to 101 and found me a plug, right? Like, talking about some old white dude who's, growing weed. Like, you ever seen that show, what's that show that used to come on TV, about the bootleggers? What's it called, Bootleggers? What was it called?
Who was in it?
It was just like one of the reality shows, and it was based on the liquor bootleggers in like Kentucky, North Carolina. Never seen that? Y'all never seen that? No, y'all?
Maybe.
Well, anyway, it was a show I used to watch. It was hilarious. What was the name of that show?
Now it's gonna be on your head. You're gonna remember
Yeah,
when you get home.
yeah,
You're gonna be like,
well, that was basically, to me, like, it was kind of funny because I felt like I was watching.
Like, it in real life.
Well, I feel like that was just kind of like the same thing, like how the marijuana industry was, right, in Northern California. You know, just had these dudes, like even indoor grows, right? That was really just to hide the weed, right? Because you saw helicopters, finding outdoor grows or whatever. So people kind of went inside, burying trailers underground.
What? I didn't see it now. See, I gotta watch these. Send me those, doctor. Send me that. Yeah. Send me the movie you talking about if you remember it.
Well, I didn't really see this stuff when I kind of lived it, right? So I got, I was up there, so it's crazy.
No, firsthand.
Yeah.
I saw the documentary Murder Mountain. Like my cousin kept pushing me.
I tried to watch it. It's like slow.
I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it's slow. Like I watched, tried to watch the first episode. It's too slow.
At this point, you can drop me off because it really doesn't seem dangerous. Who's getting murdered? Like I was just waiting. Like the heck? That is not for somebody to come and find me. I'm just saying. But yeah, I was looking for the.
I was trying to watch that on the treadmill and everything. I just couldn't kind of get into it. Yeah.
I went to sleep at least 3 times trying to watch it. Have you tried the Snoop Dogg strain?
Mm-mm.
So he just took it out. Snoop, I want to know why you took that strain.
Oh, it was in Colorado then?
It was. He had a whole edible line, and I met one of his reps. I mean, it was, just like how we normally do, like we normally work.
Right.
So they was just selling the edibles in certain dispensary, and only Live Well had the rights to his flower. Okay. And it was a strain called Cali Kush he created with some other guys in the lab. Amazing. Like not dead, not killing.
So it was like
the minute it went recreational. They put him in a contract.
Oh,
I thought the contract was, kind of silly. Like, why would you limit yourself to just one dispensary, even though they have 8 locations?
Yeah. Right. So it wasn't even all the locations. It
was all of the Live Well locations, but they didn't have as many when he first got there. They didn't have that many. They start up and then they build. Mm-hmm. But as soon as he got in there, got his feet wet, everybody started buying and loving this product. And I mean, it was like $200, $250 an ounce in Colorado for his weed. And I'm like, dang, Snoop.
That ain't bad.
A deal. What? We were paying I'm a medical, so I'm medicinal. So all my strain, every ounce I got was $100. Right, every ounce. So I'm spoiled. Every ounce is $100. I'm just rolling with it. And as soon as it became recreationally legal in Cali, his strain was gone. And I knew that was gonna happen. It was I don't remember how long his contract was when I read it, but as soon as it became recreational legal, he packed up his stuff and he took it.
Gone.
It was gone.
Was that kind of go to?
It was that kind of.
Something like what I said. Like Cali folks kind of just went to Colorado because opportunity. So,
opportunity. Yeah. He expounded on his mind. That was a smart money move. I mean,
you got to think about it. So probably too, right? So I probably wouldn't have took it out per se. Mm-hmm. Just I don't know the backstory behind it all, but so I mean we're theoretically or literally marijuana is illegal federally, right? So you can't cross state lines for marijuana, else that's a federal crime. So maybe, California being the bigger market, maybe he decided,
He knew it was gonna sell, but then you up against Wiz and all that. Everybody now is saying Cali is becoming a celebrity-fied cannabis place. Like, oh, nah, if you don't have such and such strain, you don't have it. Like, you need Gucci, Prada, Louis. Right. If you don't have them strains, you just a Reggie smoker. Like, is that how it really is now?
It's an element of that. It's definitely an element of that, right? That's the easy thing to do, right? Get the right, kind of celebrity behind your product. Being that we're, kind of like a microwave society, social media, right? If you get the cool kids,
you in there.
Saying you got, like this fire, then, like a lot of people gonna take their word for it. So, but with that being said, the black market still control the industry. So,
Always. The black market's never going anywhere.
Yeah, so, you know.
Never.
We'll see, but yeah, that's, you know, so.
I feel like it's always going to be a space for the black market, just like it is like medication. Medication is legal, so but you still have people selling pills. It's always going to be a space for the black market. But you did touch on something with the celebrities. You had our guy, Slim Thug. I saw him on your Instagram. You guys made him a gar, or what was that he was holding?
Yeah, that was a kind of gar, like 8 grams,
What?
another gram of tincture. Yeah, it's it ain't really for like, you know, a single sitting, like, you know.
Well, he was taking it like it was just like it was, you know, nothing.
But it's perfect for, you know, like I said.
Right.
Yeah, it's perfect probably for a session.
You said 4 grams?
Or just kind of capping at, you know, the club or something.
I need to Slim Thug, like, what?
Yeah. I said, yeah, 7 grams of flour.
7 grams.
7 grams of flour, another gram of, 8 grams of flour, and another gram of tincture, so it's 9 grams total.
In one blunt. It's
Yeah.
nothing slim about that. It's nothing slim about that.
Shout out to Slim Thug.
Shout out to Slim Thug. All right, so here's the fun part, guys. If you were not having fun already, because I am very well elevated. How about you?
I'm feeling good right now.
What does the letter T and island have in common?
The letter T and island.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
The letter T and the word island.
Oh, I'm like, it ain't no letter T in island. What are we talking about?
Right.
Maybe I'm a little higher than I thought.
See that? No, you're not wrong, because when I was reading, I'm like, it's no letter, no T.
What does the letter
island.
T and the island have in common?
Right.
I don't know. It looked like the T looked like kind of the palm tree or something, maybe.
Right under the palm trees. Both of them are in the middle of the water. Water, W-A-T-E-R. I build bridges of silver and crowns of gold. Who am I?
You gotta tell me. I don't have no idea.
I'm the dentist.
Ah. That was a good one right there.
If 2 mind readers read each other's mind, whose mind are they reading?
The fuck?
Who is it, right? Damn.
The 2 mind readers are reading each other's mind. Mind. I don't know.
I have no clue.
Yeah, that's crazy. Where you get who wrote this shit?
You think I created a director? Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, throw a fork at her.
Brittany.
Not a fork. That's never happened.
The fork. Why does glue stick to everything but the inside of the glue bottle?
Oh.
For real though. Like, no, seriously, Elvis.
Why don't it go back? Probably maybe the air, the oxygen has something to do with it, like making it. I don't know.
Did we have an answer for this one, Miss Brittany?
No.
Elvis, can you please let us know? Because how does this, that's a walking contradiction like Starburst.
Yeah, I think it probably got something to do with oxygen. Once the oxygen hit it, then that's when it
Becomes activated.
Yeah.
I can
Cause
see
you know
that.
how on the top, like the little bit that be out.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
And but then that turn hard and dry up though.
Yeah.
Ooh, it gets.
That's what I'm saying. See,
That's
I don't know, it got something to do with the oxygen. What's the creative director name?
Brittany.
Brittany, if we gonna need an answer, could you get that before you can't Google that?
Can you Google that? Can we Google
Yeah,
that? I really do want to know. If you crash your car on purpose, is it still an accident?
It's an insurance job.
Oh God, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's like I'm really legit. You found it, that is?
He's right.
It's the air.
It is the air.
Okay,
There's not enough air inside the bottle to cause the water to evaporate to make the glue sticky.
Boom.
So basically, the
Check
bottle
you out.
takes the glue from the air.
I told you I went to college for about a minute. About 8 months.
Oh, 8 months. I passed through there too. It was fun. What college did you go to?
It was fun. So I bounced around a little bit. I was at San Francisco City College. Then I went to, this is community college first. Went there to play ball. Went to San Francisco City College. We actually had a bunch of dudes from here back in them days. Yeah, I had a bunch of dudes from here. Anyway, then I wound up going to Mendocino College, another junior college. Left there.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, left there. Went to Humboldt State for a minute. I was supposed to go to Sonoma State. They dropped their football program. Then I was supposed to go to Bowie State, Maryland. Went up there. I was up there for about 6 months. Never went to school though.
You honest with it?
Yeah, but I mean, what that did though, honestly, all that kind of movement, I feel like everything happened for a reason, right?
True.
So with that movement, it allowed me to meet a lot of people from a lot of different places, right? And that's kind of plays into my story too on how I was kind of able to move product pretty much all over the place. So, met a lot of people.
It helps. It helps. You need those people to get you open doors. You never know who you meet. You never know when you're entertaining. Is there anything future that we need to let your viewers know that now that you out can, you know, I'm happy that you came out into the world.
Still came out to the world.
I'm here. And then you come in looking like Zeus. What's your most popular strain? Speaking
Most
of
popular, well, right now we only have released 2 strands so far. And that's Medusa, what you see here, and Zeus.
Zeus, okay.
So my personal favorite out of the 2 would be the Medusa. Medusa kind of hits you hard.
What kind of elevation you get from it?
Medusa definitely a body high.
Body high.
Yeah.
Indica?
Yeah, indica. Both of them indicas. Both of them, you know, they hybrids, but indica dominant.
Indica dominant. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're an indica person? Not a
Yeah,
sativa person?
yeah, pretty much for pain, right?
Right.
Pain and insomnia, so.
Indica, you need the indica.
Yeah, so pretty much indica.
Smoke a dose of TV, you go to sleep. At least I do.
So yeah, so I would say this is probably my favorite. Overall, you know, our menu it just kind of depends on what's around at the time where we, you know, kind of doing our thing. So probably my favorite strand and recent ones outside of ours would be, man, I hate to say this, lemonade.
Why lemonade? First off, where does the name come from?
We gotta ask Burner. That's a cookie strand.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But that lemonade,
Gotcha.
special.
Huh? Where is that now?
You can hit up. Shit, they got a cookie store in Detroit now.
Oh, so cookies are really
Melrose.
doing their own thing.
Yeah,
Melrose.
Melrose. Matter of fact, I know a guy from San Francisco. I don't want to say we grew up together. We've known each other for years, though. He actually got the first equity funds in San Francisco. So he partnered with Cookies, and he did a store, Burners on Hate. So yeah.
Nice.
And I think that's where I bought lemonade the first time. Was at that particular store.
And what was so good about it? What you remember about that? It sounds.
the taste of it. It gets you where you need to go.
It doesn't taste like limon and all the other citrusy flowers.
I mean, it definitely got that, you know. Yeah, but it's a little sweeter though.
Is there anything that the viewers need to know about what's new with Gas Gods? What's coming up in the future? How can they get to you? If that's a thing.
It's not really a thing. You kind of gotta know somebody that knows somebody.
That knows somebody.
Yeah, it ain't really a thing just to get to Gas Gods.
It's a privilege.
Yeah, definitely a privilege. So we do some events like private, invitation only. So if you're lucky enough to come to one of the events, you know, kind of be a part of the movement, part of the community.
Right.
And, you know, so. I mean, how was your experience? You came on.
I did. I was about to ask if I can expound on it. I love it. I like it. It was very nice. It was very nice. It was my actual first cannabis event here in Houston. So You know how you normally just walk in when we're back at home, or it's just normal. And so here, I didn't even think twice because I'm so used to it.
Right.
But then when I realized and I'm in there and I'm like,
What the fuck?
we doing it. We doing this and we don't give a shit. Like, we're doing it. I had a cannabis event last year here, and everybody was scared, nervous to pop up, you know, legalities. And I'm just like, go for it. Like, it's a dream. You gotta go for it. And you went for it. And I mean, I commend you for coming out here and even coming on to my show. I really enjoyed you being here. You were educational more so than anything. I needed that little brain tease.
All right, yeah, you tried to. I mean, she got these questions though. That's the whole bridge and the T and the island. And who thinking for who? Who reading who minds?
You gotta thank the creative director for that.
And this food was good. This redfish definitely amazing.
You're more than welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it.
The greens was good. I wasn't expecting that. So.
I was gonna do some cornbread, but I know you fit.
I eat cornbread.
You eat cornbread? You know Soul Food Sunday is on next Sunday, so I'm gonna have the oxtails.
Oh, that's my favorite.
The cornbread, the greens, the mac and cheese.
Yeah, I know. There's somebody that was close to me. She made a hell of oxtail.
Hell of oxtail. Well, you gotta try.
So you got to come with it if you're doing oxtail.
I don't know. Is anybody in here having oxtails?
No.
Nobody. Oh, third Sunday, y'all should be, plated up. Thank you so much, Ed, for coming through. I really appreciate it. I do want you to try the cookies and cream. This is what the joint session where they were indulging in while we were eating. And it has vegan brownies.
Oh, there's brownies here too.
Yeah, underneath, go to the next layer.
Let me try this over.
2 layers.
Because it's whipped creams. Oh, I see. Okay.
See, I didn't want to make yours too heavy. I was looking out for yours. Your theirs had some heavy cream and also some Philadelphia cream. It was a lot of cream going on.
That's actually pretty good. And you can tell this whipped cream is fresh too.
It's very fresh, of course. I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad you came through. I really, really, really appreciate it. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Appreciate you having me.
It was a pleasure infusing you. Happy eaters. You know the lingo. Stay elevated, stay motivated, and stay hungry.